clenched fist, as you can see here, we need to look again at the shape. Now before we start, we're going to just open my hand slightly. You can see we've got this shape here, this sort of squarish sort of shape. But as I bend my hand together and clench it, you'll notice it bulges slightly here. So what we're going to do is to make sure we get that sort of shape. So I'm going to just very lightly sketch in this very simple shape. If I turn my hand slightly to the right, you'll see here that the front of my knuckles, here, the front, this part of my finger, is about halfway between above and below this point here. So this is where I'm going to put my basic fingers. You'll also notice I've got this section here, which is the bulge, the oval shape of the wrist, and I'm going to put that section round about here. So I've got this bulge here. On top of that, then you can see I'm going to simply put these circle shapes, those oval shapes. There we are. So we're just sketching those in very, very simply. Get them slightly curved and wrinkles in a little bit and then curves out. But this time, this one will curve into about here. So we're leaving that little gap there. Okay, I'm just going to put the cylinder part now of this thumb. So we just put the cylinder part approximately here. Maybe bring that out a little bit further. There we go. And then we have the curve along the top, and you'll notice that comes across the top here. So it's almost like touching the second section. So I've got that section round about there. Now, underneath this, you can also see just a hint of the other fingers. So the other part of the finger, so I'm just going to put those sections in, as you can see there. We've now got our basic shape to work from. So I'm now going to build up from there. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put in my oval shape here. So we're just going to have a little oval shape for the fingernail, which comes in around here. I'm going to bring the curve down. You see it curves down here and up, curves around. Take a line in here, curve out from the bottom of the thumb here, and you can see we've now got the curves coming in here. Just flick a few lines in, that's all we need to do. I now work on the two on the fingers, so we come along the top here, we come down and in, and come along here, along the top. And for this one, we're coming in here. A nice curve coming out there, another curve coming out here. So I now need to just suggest these curves here for the, okay, so we have our basic sort of idea. Okay, once we've done that, then what we need to establish, you can barely see here, but you're going to get a lot of shadow in here. So what I'm going to suggest is that I'm just going to just do this very simply. Just a touch of shadow underneath here. A little shadow underneath here too. Now you may want to make sure that we get possibly a touch of shadow on this side as well. Now obviously if you're going to make this into a really good tonal drawing, you want to try, if you possibly can, to get rid of the outlines. So I'm just going to just go over this slightly. And if you want to try to get rid of the outside outline, you can always sort of shade around here, as you can see. And that will help to get rid of any outline that you might wish to get rid of. You could do that all the way around the drawing to make it look a little bit more convincing.